Alright guys, hello and welcome. Today we will be discussing Document Object Model, something otherwise known as the DOM. Okay, now any web page that we open up, it has certain elements such as links, it has buttons, it has a search bar, and it has headers, paragraphs. Okay, all these are represented by what's called HTML elements. How do you know what these HTML elements are? What you can do is you can right click on any page and click on this inspect button, and what you see over here are tags. Okay, um, for each element there's an opening and closing tag. Alright, so for this header element, okay, you have an opening and closing tag. Alright, and all of these are derivatives of the HTML element. The DOM represents a tree-like structure wherein the HTML tag, okay, it is the root, and all other HTML elements are derivatives or children of the original HTML element. Okay, so in order for us to assign certain behaviors to these clickable links and to a search bar, okay, to be able to type something in and press enter, and it takes us to a different page or it gives us results. In order for any of that to happen, you need to connect these HTML elements to code in JavaScript. Alright, how do we do that? That's what we're going to learn today. So to demonstrate that, I have Visual Studio Code opened up over here. Okay, I will make this half screen. Alright, X this out. Alright, so makes this kind of half screen. Okay, now in my Visual Studio Code, I have an index.html file that will represent whatever we're able to see on the web page. You guys will see that once I press this go live button. And in my index.js file, I will write the JavaScript code that will determine the behavior of these HTML elements. Alright, the colors and the design of the page is determined through the CSS file. We will not discuss that today. We'll just focus on the HTML elements and the JavaScript code that controls the behavior of those elements. So I will click right here, go live, and it takes us to this page right here. Make sure that we have the right one open. Okay, open up the HTML page over here. I'll make this half screen so that we can also see the code. Alright. Okay. So what I want to happen is I want a specific message to be displayed as soon as we click on this purchase button right here. Okay. So when I go into the HTML file, I made sure to put in an ID for the specific elements that I wanted to manipulate. So button has an ID of purchase, and this P or paragraph tag has an ID of error. Alright. Now to connect them to JavaScript and program certain behaviors, I need to use a method known as document.getElementById, a DOM method or a DOM function that assigns one of these tags to a JavaScript variable. Alright, so I'm going to create first a let variable, error equals document dot get element by ID. Inside of that, I will put the name of the ID of the element that I want to manipulate. Okay, the element that I want to assign a certain behavior to. Now, the ID for the button element is purchase. So over here, I will put an ID of purchase. Make sure that it's in double quotes. I prefer putting the semicolon at the end, not a condition in JavaScript, but it's better practice. Next, I will create a variable that will correspond to the button element over here, the same button that we'll be clicking over here, which is represented by this button tag right here. What is the ID? The ID is purchase. So over here, I will type in let purchase btn equal document dot get element by ID. Sorry, the name of this, the ID for this variable was supposed to be error, and the ID for this variable is supposed to be purchase. All right. So now that I've connected both of these tags to a specific JavaScript variable, this error tag as well as this purchase tag, I can now write JavaScript code to manipulate and assign certain behaviors to these HTML elements. All right. So I want there to be a specific message rendered whenever I click on this purchase button. So to do that, I will reference the name of the variable purchase btn. Purchase btn dot add event listener. Okay. Add event listener is a method used to create an event for buttons or links, and the first parameter for this will be the type of click that we want. So we want it to be a single click. Make sure you put that in double quotes. Thereafter, the second parameter will be another function. All right, will be another function. Use the keyword function, parentheses. Then the behavior of that function will be determined within the double quotes. All right, so I will put error dot inner HTML equals. Now let me use this template string right here. I can use double quotes, but template strings are more dynamic. And I'm going to render this message. Something went wrong. Went wrong. Please try again later. All right. Make sure I save this. Let's refresh this page. Okay, so now let's see what happens when I click the purchase button. Yes, there you go. Something went wrong. Please try again later. Okay, so I programmed this button in a way where add event listener, okay, is looking for a click. When I click the button, then what happens is this function is activated. Okay, error.innerHTML. Within the HTML, this is injected. Something went wrong. Okay, please try again later. Error. It is a paragraph tag, a p tag. Okay, it's not visible right now. Okay, because we didn't put anything inside of that p tag. All right, because I clicked on this button, then this was injected into the HTML. All right. So once again, we use document.getElement by ID. We put in the ID name, and we reference the name of the variables, followed by using add event listener, this function right here. Within that, we're able to code the behavior, the desired behavior for these HTML elements. So that's it for today. Thank you very much. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.